Good morning, everyone. This is Grey Wolf with Grey Wolf's Gaming Corner, and I'd like to welcome you back to Project Stardust. And this morning we are doing a video on this little guy right here. This is the Sahara Prowler. I have featured this ship just briefly in another video, but I did say I would come back and do a full video on this ship. We've only got about 2 minutes left in this battle, so we're going to go through the ship first and then jump into a game. So top speed 25 ZKT, acceleration 30 ZKT. This ship has no afterburner. It has 11,500 health, which is a minuscule amount of health in this game. Literally, if something looks at this thing, they can kill it. What it does have is 4 times, it's 4x, so 4 of them, M947 Shiva nuclear missiles, 6 M42 archers, and the special is 2 Matos pulse cannons, ZV9. Now, the way that I've spent some time figuring out how to work this ship, the best way to work it is to use that 60-second active cloak to get in behind enemy lines, and then once you're behind enemy lines, you pop out with those pulse cannons and you just blast somebody, which will take down their shields typically. If they're already unshielded, it'll do some damage, additional damage as well. And then you drop those 4 nukes and your archers all in the same target. And I have seen this ship on smaller targets with less HP. It will just delete them outright. They're just gone, right? Typically you can do between, you can figure you can do 40 to 60k in a single pass with this thing, and it's a lot of fun to play. Now, that being said, you have about I want to say about a 5-second delay before you can recloak. I may be off by a second or two, but I think it's about 5 seconds while the cloak recharges. In that 5 seconds, if that pissed off person's still alive and they have their missiles or whatever ready to go, or somebody else is looking at you in the time frame that you just, deleted one of their buddies, every gun will literally turn on this thing and hit it for everything that they've got. So I'm not super familiar with the ship. I think it's covered in Ghost Protocol. I didn't really play Halo Ghost Protocol or Ghost or whatever that much. I'm not super familiar with the game. I did kind of like the idea of the game of playing with the special operations Marines and not Master Chief, just the ODS or whatever, their special forces essentially, because I felt it would be more challenging, because even with Master Chief, fighting the Covenant in the other games was pretty challenging. Depending on what your difficulty level was, they were pretty tough games. So I did kind of want to do that. I liked the idea of it, but I didn't really play it. By the time it came out, I was doing other things. But yeah, I like the idea. This ship, for a stealth ship, is incredibly useful. Because of that long cloak period that it has. There are some ships that can detect it through the active cloak, so you will on occasion just get deleted out of nowhere, not realizing that you're visible, even though you're cloaked. So I don't know what the strength of the UNSC cloak is besides the time limit. I'm not sure how effective it is at avoiding sensors and whatnot, avoiding lock, but I have gotten locked and annihilated by somebody mid-cloak when I was still stealth. So I know there's ships in this game that can see stealthers and eliminate them. So you have to be kind of careful of that. But in general, I really enjoy this ship. I think stealth ship play in this game is just different, and it's just fun. And this thing is just armed to the teeth. It's exactly what you expect from a stealth ship, to have all of this armament, but be completely vulnerable to return fire as far as like HP. You don't expect you don't expect your stealth ships to have a ton of shielding or anything else. Like they should be immediately vulnerable if they're not stealth. And this is exactly what this thing is. It's armed to the teeth, but if it comes out of stealth early or it's not using its stealth, it's you know, pretty much a one-hit wonder. So we're gonna come around here on this. I don't know what kind of ship it is, but we're gonna try to get around the asteroid here and just hit him with everything we got. He's hiding pretty good behind this asteroid, so we've got to really get around it to get a shot. But he's not shielded, so whatever it is, it's not a Star Wars ship. It's not anything that comes in with shielding. So, which is ideally what you want to hit. You want to hit unshielded ships if you can, because even the ones with a lot of HP will take a lot of damage from these Shiva nukes. So we're gonna come around like you see us doing here, and here in just a second. Okay, we're gonna switch to our blasters. I don't think we need aim on, but in case we do, drop the missiles. And away. And then try to get away. I doubt we'll get recloaked, but as you guys can see, damage to ships in that one salvo, even though some of my missiles did not get through, I did 42,000 damage, and that's one little run. Now, granted, your respawn time on this thing is large, but that's to be expected with a stealth ship. You're not going to be able to jump in every 2 seconds and do the same thing. And my angle of attack wasn't that great. You know, obviously, they could see me coming to some degree. So you just kind of have to play to the ship's strengths. And I just love the look of this ship. It looks like a Stingray in space. Obviously, that's by design. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick screenshot here for the vid. But yeah, I really like this ship. I think it can be very, very, very effective at engaging at that close range and just dropping it like it's hot. So let's go ahead and jump back in and see what we can do. Well, as you can see, guys, we did some decent damage there. On that second ship, I don't know what that thing is, but it's got a ton of HP, so we're not going to be able to really hurt him too much. Still learning some of the ships in this game, but really love this thing. I have a great time using it. I think it's a great ship. And you guys should definitely check out Project Stardust if you haven't. Check out the Halo human tree. There's a lot of diversity in the tree as far as just play styles and different ship types, and a lot of really cool looking ships. So definitely check out the game, check out this tree, and have a great day, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.